do more streams from home. It's just been a lot going on. Christmas coming up. Winter is here, which is actually nice because today it's actually almost 50 degrees out here. So I just wear this thing because I get ear infections rather easily if it's a bit windy. So I don't like taking a chance on it. But enough of that. Russell T Davies is not Santa Claus. So I wish everybody would stop writing him these weird lists on Facebook. And it just blows my mind what's going on there. Lately, the new outbreak on Facebook has been, and some of these guys, guys and gals, or whoever I should say, are making demands. Retcon the evil timeless child storyline because it's been too divisive. And I even typed back on one of them. I don't even bother to read the answers anymore because there's no point. I was like, guys, if they erased every divisive storyline going all the way back to the beginning of Doctor Who, you would have to go out with some jumper cables and maybe Victor Frankenstein and jumpstart poor William Hartnell out of his grave. And that's the only way you're going to go back to a storyline, before it got divisive. And even then, back in the day, it was divisive. Everybody forget that part where the Doc almost smashed the caveman's head in because he was, holding him up on the way back to the TARDIS? Now, it's like, but it just amazes the living crap out of me. RTD's back. We're going back to Saturday nights. I'm like, guys, that wasn't even a Chibnall decision. That was probably a BBC upper office decision to go to Sunday. Everybody seems to think, once again, the showrunner is this almighty God, Deus Ex Machina, that's going to come in and make all their dreams come true and give them lollipop dreams and, oh God. I'm sorry. It just blows my mind. It's like, RTD, for one, I can tell you, is not going to retcon the Timeless Child storyline. I wish they'd get off that already. Chibnall and him have been friends for years, especially since, he ran Torchwood Season 2, if I remember right. So it's not going to happen. What'll probably happen is he's going to come in and do his own thing and just carry on forward. And like I said, I really wish, like I said, in my opinion, that they left Tecteun, as a mystery and off in the middle of nowhere. But, I love this. Oh, yeah, we're going back to Saturdays. I love this. And I said, and I even put in the one comment box when somebody put this up about the Sony deal. By the way, that's right. Sony has acquired Bad Wolf, I wanted to say. It was like a $60 million deal. And if that's true, that Sony has bought their way into the production that's going to co-produce Doctor Who. And a lot of people seem to miss that bit there. Co-produce. Everybody seems to think that Bad Wolf is going to come in and give them the Doctor Who that they want, where we're going to have Looms and Longbarrow and all this other stuff. Series 6B will be made a reality and things like. It's not going to happen. My favorite one is the piece of headcanon everybody's trying to shove into the zeitgeist over and over and over again, and that is, the Morbius doctors were the previous incarnations of Morbius. I mean, as they call them, they're called the Morbius doctors because they first showed up in the brain of Morbius at the end with the mind bending contest. And my favorite one is, and I thought this was the case till many years later, was that those are the previous incarnations of Morbius. And it's like, no, I got a rude awakening when I watched this on DVD and I played the info track. It's like, no, these are previous incarnations of the Doctor. Philip Hinchcliffe has said this multiple times because Deadly Assassin had not happened yet. Deadly Assassin was where you got the 12er generation limit. It's where you got Rassilon instead of Omega. So right there, that was a major, major retcon. Because what the Doctor told his companions originally was his people could pretty much live forever barring illness or injury. And then all of a sudden, in Brain of More, and then, Deadly Assassin, bam, you get hit with the 12er generation limit. Now it's Rassilon instead of Omega, instead of what do you call it? Instead of the solar flare, or that's not solar flare. Oh, God. Instead of the supernova, now you've got the Eye of Harmony, which was a black hole that was wrangled up by Rassilon. I'm not kidding. They completely, yeah. Like I said, but yeah, you can. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but all I can tell you is what's in the production notes. Those were meant to be incarnations of the Doctor. Finchcliffe has said it multiple times now, and that's why Chibnall picked up on it. And it's not the first time showrunners have picked ideas out of the classic series. It's like I was really, had a bit of a tingler when, in the End of Time Part 2, the Master steps in and he zonks for Aslan and saves the Doctor. And everybody's like, and I was like, I wasn't the least bit shocked because oh God, I'm sorry, I'm blanking. I'm having a brain death day here. Had Roger Delgado lived, they were going to end his arc of the Master with the Master saving the Doctor's life. And and sadly and very unfortunately, he had that car accident, which is what led to Pertwee leaving, amongst many other things, along with everybody else, because they were dear friends, and then he just just lost the gumption there when he passed away. But like I said, there's been so many major things. Heck, when they first brought in Patrick Troughton, you should read some of the letters to the Radio Times that got sent in. You've replaced the dignified William Hartnell with this clown. Things along that line. I will not be watching, and you'll probably lose thousands of viewers. And what gets me is the show went up again this last week. Went up by damn near 500,000 viewers on the live ratings. But of course, this was just a fluke. And I'm dying laughing because I love how these guys have gone running for the ratings numbers now, because a lot of their sacred cows, like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb, are now scoring the series very highly. But the problem is, I'd like to be excited about that, but as stated before, sites like IMDb have never been reliable. I don't know why everybody's taking that as a major thing. And also, Rotten Tomatoes even had to shut down several of their functions because they came out and admitted that their site was being botted. And it happened with like Wonder Woman. It happened, when Doctor Series 11 was first being advertised. All of a sudden, the series wasn't going to air for months, and people were bombarding it. And it turns out, no, they found out it was bots. Same thing with the Wonder Woman movie, the original one, not the 1984. I'm not even going to bother watching 1984. And because I don't see the point of going back to 1984. That's just me. I don't know. But I lived through 1984. I was 13 in 1984. No, thank you. I don't want to go back to 1984. Sure, Marty McFly wants to go back to 1985, but that's a whole nother franchise. So I just wanted to step in here and say, look, Russell T Davies is not Santa Claus. He's not there to fulfill your wish list. He's not there to do this. He's there because and I'm going to tell you this flat out. Chibnall was not fired. He left. He didn't want the job in the first place. And finally, they admitted he's been looking for a replacement for over a year, and nobody else wanted the job, which is what I've been telling people since he took the job back in 2017. Nobody wants it. So RTD naturally had to step in, and he called up Julie Gardner and goes, look, will you co-produce this with me? And it's not the first time the BBC has co-produced a series. And no, they're not giving up any kind of control. No, you're not going to get what you want because Sony bought Bad Wolf. Wake up to some realities here, folks. Ugh. Well, I ain't got time to go into it right now. Maybe I'll do a live stream later tonight. I got to run into work, folks. So please take care of yourselves. Be kind. Russell T Davies is not your own personal Santa Claus. Good night, everyone. Well, morning. Mm-hmm.